There you go. Well, match is about to start. First delivery. NCC is in the field. Spartan is batting. And we have Mogis Mia, the captain, from the pavilion end, started to ball. Comes in. And this is the start of the Spartan inning. They go for a single. So windy conditions here at the Niagara Cricket Center. Gusting wind. The wind is picking up. And I have with me Dheeraj. Okay, and we'll discuss briefly about the Spartan squad. Niagara plays here. This is Niagara's home ground. In blue, number 31, Mogis Mia is bowling. In comes. Ball is moving away from the batsman. Both good teams. Niagara plays in Hamilton District League. Spartan plays in Toronto District Cricket Association, TDCA. In comes Mogis from the pavilion end. Windy conditions. Ball moving away. Mogis left arm. Medium pacer. Mogis comes in. Again, left arm, medium pace. Little bit over pitch. And they're going to go for a single. So one more to Spartan. Score moves on to 2. So far, tidy over from Mogis. He's the captain of the Niagara Elites, which is now in the Super Elites in the Hamilton District League. Very windy conditions, tough conditions here. A bit of misfield, and they go for 1. End of the first over, and the Spartan goes 3 for no loss. Could you tell us a little bit about the opening batsman?
Yeah, so we have a couple of batsmen. The striker was Ramesh, and the non-striker was Badr. Both explosive style of batsmen. A lot of people may not already know Ramesh. He has played a lot of crickets around Canada. They all played some level of good crickets in Middle East, and they're coming down from those areas, so they know their games. It's just a matter of getting adjusted to the conditions. Very windy. Let's see how it goes.
That's great. Thank you very much, Dheeraj. Now, Ramesh Durrani is the explosive batsman. Once he cut loose, it could be he could take a game away from any team. So it's Niagara's bowler's job to contain him, restrain him from cutting loose. Prakash Podiratnam, the captain of last year of the Niagara Elites, now he's guiding Mogis Mia, the captain this year, senior player, experienced player, very good all-rounder, Prakash. He's going to start from the DMZ paintball end. A good spinner of the ball. He has set up his field. You allow 2 outside the circle, so he has a long on and a deep mid wicket. Deep mid wicket. So two outside the circle. So he plays them strategically, uh, perhaps knowing where Ramiz will go. And Ramiz is a T20 specialist. I've seen him being very explosive. Let's see what happens here. Pragashins from the DMZ paintball end to Ramiz. And right off the bat, the ball is running away. First ball, a boundary. With no risks whatsoever. Fast outfield, windy conditions, and we have already seen York scoring a high-scoring game, 190. So this is 175, 165. Being 165 to 175 is the par score here today. Under the windy conditions, it's a little bit tougher for a batsman to bat, and because ball may move a little bit. Even for the fielders, the ball may move when they start trying to catch a high. Oh, well kept by Sarang Hegre. He's the vice captain of Super Elite, keeping the wickets. Very good batsman himself, Sarang. Normally bats at one down or two down. He's the keeper. A good shot, and this might run away. This might run away for four, and it does. Four more. So Durrani is already showing his quality and class, hitting the balls on the ground, and a beautiful drive between the cover and the extra cover. Went for four more. 11 for no loss. Prakash continues from the DMZ paintball end. In comes ball to Ramesh Durrani. And a well bowled. Good comeback from Prakash. Ramesh defended. Oh, over the covers, over the head of the fielder. Another four. Four more to Ramesh. He's not holding anything back. Anything that's loose, game wet, he'll put away between the fielders. You only allow two fielders outside the circle, and he's making full use of this opportunity in the power play. In comes Prakash to Ramesh, and he goes for a single, playing with a straight bat. A technically sound batsman. Some people may think that Ramesh Durrani may be a very cross bat, a harsh or a risky batsman out there, but no, he plays ball to his merit. You give him a loose ball, he'll put it away between the gaps, and uh, uh, and he's playing ball to his merit. He'll respect a good ball. Gusty winds, tough conditions here at the Niagara Cricket Center in the Sunday afternoon in the final game of the weekend. The sixth game of the weekend is the last game of the weekend. The tournament will continue next weekend when we have three more days of cricket next weekend: Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Preliminary rounds are continued here this weekend and next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Maurice Mia from the pavilion end, and uh, and a good ball restrained him, a dot ball. Maurice Mia left arm, medium pace, and another good ball, another dot ball. So he's restraining uh, Ramesh Durrani to a certain degree, who has scored three boundaries in the last over, and the score is now 16 in the third over. Maurice about to ball the third ball of the over. Maurice Mia.
Drop catch there at short third man. Leading edge, Ramiz Durrani can be a costly wicket. The chance created, good angle by Mughis. Pitched top, bit of swing there, dropped at short third. That one went fast, but was right to the fielder. And this one, Ramiz takes toll over extra cover, and that will be one, two, three, and bounces in for four. That's four more runs. So, chance definitely created. Could be costly. Ramiz, as we all know, an explosive batsman. Spartans definitely counting on Ramiz Durrani to give them an explosive start. This is the first game for both Spartans and NCC, both trying very hard to register their first win, get on a positive note in this game, and that NCC need to pull themselves back a little bit here. Mugi's changed his sides, and Durrani goes big, could be caught here at long on, and is well held. Hasib, I believe, is the fielder there, safe hands, and he takes it very easily. So Mughis has struck for NCC.
It's a big wicket, friend. It's a big
This is a
wicket
big wicket
for
for
NCC.
sure.
It's a big wicket for NCC. Ramiz Durrani could be very explosive. I have seen him here scoring a century in a 20-over game. So he was given a chance, and now this is the second time the ball was up in the air. Maybe the wind has kept it. Hassan Adil is a new batsman in, and it's a big wicket for NCC and big wicket from Mogis Mia, who's leading now with the front foot. He's the captain of the team, captain of the Niagara Elites squad of 16, and he striked early. Uh, and the first catch that was dropped, but right after Ramesh scored a century, so scored a boundary, he got caught on the long on by Hasib. So Niagara strikes early. It's now 20 for one, and Mughis having the last ball coming up of his over.
Um, Hassan is the non-striker. He's a striker. He's the new batsman.
Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't cross.
It didn't cross, right? Yes. So the new batsman is on strike. Mughis. Oh, this might. Yeah, they may go for two. The ball is running away to the boundary. Fielded well. And that's the end of Mughis' constructive over, I'd say. I must say it's a constructive over.
Yeah.
When you get Durrani out in the third over, it's constructive over. 22 for one Spartan
After 3 overs.
after 3 overs, yes. Good run rate. 20 runs, 22 runs. Because in 2020, you have to open your account as early as you can. So there's no time allowed here, or there's no time for you to sit back and just dart the ball. So, and Durrani does the job for Spartan, and he has been taken out by Maurice Mia in the second over. Prakash continues from the DMZ paintball. So both experienced players are bowling. Mugi is bowling from this end and Prakash is bowling from the other end. Both highly experienced and probably the senior most players in this side of Niagara Elites, a young side of Niagara Elites. Tough conditions, gusty wind blowing. Oh, a chance created. A direct hit. Direct hit might have gotten a run out. One more to Spartan and it's 23 for one.
Yeah.
A half-hearted appeal for an LBW, but umpire is not interested. Prakash continues from the DMZ paintball. They might go for two here. I pulled it, a good throw, and they just took one. 24 for one. Spartan. Yeah, that's right. Spartan had won the toss, selected to bat, and bowled him. Niagara strikes again. Prakash strikes from the other end. Mugi strike from this end. Prakash strike from the other end. And Spartan has lost their second wicket.
Both openers now out.
Both openers are now out by Niagara's experienced bowling actually, because they're both experienced players. Mugi's from this end, Prakash from the other end, leading the young team of Niagara Elites. The average age in Niagara Elites is around 25 or below 25, so they're learning from the experienced captains. Prakash led the Niagara Elites to the playoff last year in the Hamilton District League, and Mugi is the captain this year. They both work together. They're both seniors. Murtaza Majid is now on the crease. Murtaza has played first class cricket for Pakistan, and he played for Karachi Whites, originally from the city of Karachi, where cricket is very popular for decades, and he has played first class cricket, the corporate cricket as well. Murtaza, he's taking the guard, he's on the striker's end, and it'll be a good contest of again ball and bat, where you see Prakash bowling from the DMZ paintball end. Murtaza will have to show his experience and show his class and quality as a first class batsman. Now coming into bat, two down for Spartan. Defensive, wants to see the ball, wants to learn the pitch or see how the pitch behaves. This pitch is an AstroTurf pitch. It's not going to move that much. It's not going to change that much from match to match. So it will stay the same. It doesn't deteriorate as we go into the later part of the day. Well left. And a good, again, a constructive over here from Prakash. Uh, did not give very many runs and took the key wicket of the opening batsman.
So yeah, positive start for Niagara CC. 4 overs done, 24 for 2. Spartans have lost both their openers. Dangerous openers, I must say. Ramiz Durrani out caught at long on. Very good catch by Hasib of Mughis Mia. And Prakash then got the wicket of Badr Mudi, clean bowled. We have a change in bowler now. Abhay coming on to bowl from the pavilion end, replacing Prakash. So Niagara now banking on spin early on in this innings. Abhay, an experienced spin bowler as well for NCC. Leg spin bowler coming into bowl in the power play overs. 24 for 2. Niagara already must be delighted with the start. Spartans on the other end would have to consolidate a little bit. They have an experienced pair now. Hassan Adil is on strike, while Abhay will start his spell from the pavilion end and the fifth over of the innings. Murtaza Majid on the non-striker's end, who's yet to open his mark. Hassan Adil so far has scored 3 runs. So let's see how Abhay starts off. Good start from Abhay. That's well bowled, but bisects the fielder at point and cover and backward point and point. That will run away for 4. So that's 4 more runs to Hassan Adil. That was well cut away. Not a bad start from Abhay. It was just well timed by the batsman and just bisecting the two fielders, which brings a slight change in the field now by Abhay, putting in an extra fielder in that area, which makes it now he's bowling with a 6-3 field. So 6 fielders on the offside, 2 patrolling the boundary, 1 long off and 1 deep extra cover. And this one is short. He goes, pulls, and Hassan gets another back-to-back boundary. That's 4 more runs to Hassan Adil. He's not backing down. He's going for the runs in the power play overs. Abhay just like dropping that slightly short. He has 3 fielders inside the circle on the leg side. And Hassan Adil managed to get it over their heads for 4. In comes Abhay, bowls well. That's better. That's well bowled. It's according to the field placement, he has 4 fielders in that inner circle on the offside. And he kept the line just outside the off stump. If the batsman wants to take that chance going on the leg side, it'll be a risky shot as long as Abhay can maintain his length. That's well bowled. Just slightly tickled on the leg, and batsman crossed through for a single. Score moves along to 33 for 2 after 4.5 overs. NCC would take this. Not an explosive start that Spartans might have hoped for, but still they've got the batsman now trying to regroup. Hassan Adil leading the way there, 12 not out. And this one is pulled by Murtaza Wahab, missed time, straight to short midfielder, no run added. And that brings an end to
Okay, good ball. Good ball.
it's another single. And that's the end of the over now. So after 5 overs, it's 34 for 2 for Spartans. Prakash to continue from the DMZ paintball, and he's bowling his third over. So far, 2 overs, 15 for 1 for Prakash. And he's going to be bowling to Murtaza Majid.
That's right, right? This is Murtaza, right, on strike? Murtaza with the reddish.
Reddish hat, okay. Good ball from Prakash, could be gone. Caught! Caught behind. Murtaza is gone. Prakash has broken through again.
Yes.
Good catch from Sarang. A good keeping
This is a
there.
huge wicket. This is a
That's a
huge
big
wicket.
wicket for
This
NCC.
is a huge wicket. This is a huge wicket.
And third wicket within the power play. Sarang, a good experienced wicket keeper. And Prakash bowling right arm round, creating that angle, not giving much room. Murtaza trying to cut close to his body line, gets the leading edge, and Sarang takes the catch. So that's the third wicket down for Spartans. We're now 34 for 3 after 5.1 overs.
Who's the new batsman? Sahib. Sahib Singh.
Sahib Singh, yeah.
Sahib Singh, yeah.
So that brings Sahib Singh, the new batsman, on strike, who will be facing off Prakash. So Prakash has already got 2 wickets now, 15 for 2 in his 2.1 overs. He's an experienced spin bowler. He's played a lot of cricket at this ground. He knows how to lead his team here. One slip in place, Mugeesh slip, looking for a quick single, looking to get off the mark, but everyone looks charged in this NCC squad right now. They're pouncing on the ball. Keeper, the two fielders on the leg side, not. They're walking in and they're trying to stop every run possible. This is a tight power play maintained by Niagara Cricket Club. They've already got 3 wickets, 34 for 3. And this one is driven to mid wicket for a single that takes Sahib off the mark. Prakash just adjusting his field a little bit. He's got 4 men on the leg side, 2 patrolling the boundary, deep long on, deep mid wicket, 1 short mid wicket, and 1 square leg. Prakash to Hassan. And Hassan goes for an expensive shot that could be gone, and he's out stumped. Brilliant work from Sarang. Brilliant work from
This is
Sarang. An
not good for
expensive
Spartans.
drive.
This is not good for Spartans. This is
Hassan Adil going for that expensive drive. Misses, and Sarang. What good glove work there from Sarang. Deserves half the credit for that wicket. And that brings Prakash another wicket under his belt. That's his third wicket now. Stumped by Sarang. So 35 for 4 after 5.4 overs. We apologize. It's a little windy here. And we're trying our best to bring you the best of coverages possible. So, sorry, who's the batsman? Alan Saju.
Alan. Alan.
That brings Alan Saju, who comes on strike. Alan, 35 for 4 after 5.4 overs. Someone needs to hold that. So Niagara definitely on the front foot. They've got off to a good start in this tournament. This is their first game, both for Spartans and Niagara. Spartans trying to get off to an explosive start. Have lost 4 wickets in that quest. Prakash keeping it tight, and Allen just stabs it gently to cover. This pair now needs to reconsolidate, revise their target plans because there's still 14 overs after this delivery left in this over, and they've already lost 4 wickets. Prakash continues and bowls well. He's bowling a very good channel. That's good stuff from Prakash. That brings an end to his over. 35 for 4 Spartans. With Prakash now 3 overs, 16 for 3. And the first power play, 35 for 4 Spartans. In the meanwhile, Abhay to continue. Abhay will continue from the pavilion end. Now he's got more options for fielding given the end of power play, but he still has only three, four fielders now on the boundary. A deep mid wicket, deep long on, deep long off, and a deep extra cover. Three fielders inside the circle on the off with one slip. Abhay to Sahib Singh, and that's well bowled, beautifully bowled. That's very tight from Abhay. Good start to his second over. Sahib Singh will have to consolidate a little bit, given Spartans have lost 4 wickets already in the first 6 overs. Sahib tries to sweep, goes big, well timed. That could be just one, straight to the fielder at deep mid wicket, who does well. Back to the keeper. Niagara Cricket Club looks sharp in the field for sure. They were out here practicing before this game. So now it's going to be Allen facing Abhay, and that's a good delivery from Abhay, right in on the money. Well bowled, right on the stumps. Well negotiated by Allen. Straight back to Abhay. This one is tossed up and well driven. Looking for two. Pushing hard, and the batsman come through. Fielded by the fielder at deep extra cover. Each 2 runs conceded. 38 for 4 after 6.4 overs. Spartans. That's driven. Well fielded at short extra cover. No run conceded. It's a better comeback over from Abhay. Just 3 runs in this over. That's driven and beautiful bit of fielding there. Lovely bit of fielding there. And that is the end of the over. 38 for 4 Spartans after 7 overs. So Prakash to continue for the last over of his spell. He's bowled three on the trot. He started the bowling from the DMZ paintball end for Niagara CC. He's already picked up three wickets. Pick of the bowlers, 3 over 16 for three. Put Niagara Spartans on the back foot in this game. He bowls to Sahib, and that could be a wide, and is signaled by the umpire. Four fielders on the leg for Prakash, three patrolling the boundary, one short mid wicket inside the circle. That's a better line from Prakash. Quick single taken by the batsman. Well directed from abhay, but batsman safely in. This pair, Allen and Sahib, trying to reconsolidate a little bit after Spartans lost four quick wickets in the power play. 40 for 4 after 7.1 overs. Both these teams playing the first fixture of this tournament for themselves. Looking to get off with a winning note. The other two teams in this group, Jazba CC and Young Stars, played their first game yesterday, with Young Stars beating Jazba CC. Prakash to Allen and gently nudge forward by Allen straight back to Prakash. That's well bowled by Prakash, mixing his pace as well now. He's got more confidence given he's got three wickets under his belt. He's 3.2 overs, 18 for 3. That's well bowled, right on the money from Prakash. Well played by Allen, gently tapping it to the leg side for a single. Rotational strike will be key right now between these pairs. They try to build a partnership. It's a shortened version T20, but when you lose four wickets up front in the power play, the batsmen do need to reconsolidate and build a platform for the charge. Prakash goes down the leg, and that is well timed. Sahib might get a boundary there, and he does. Prakash drifting slightly on the legs, and Sahib does well to put that away. Well swept for 4. A rare bad delivery from Prakash there. Just slightly drifting on the legs, and Sahib taking full toll on that one. 45 for 4 after 7.5 overs. Prakash, well bowled again. Good comeback, and that's the end of the eighth over. 45 for 4 after 8 overs, and the end of spell for Prakash. Brilliant spell from Prakash up front. 4 overs, 23 for 3. Very instrumental in putting Spartans on the back foot early on in the innings. 8 overs, 45 for 4. Abhay will continue to bowl his third over. He's bowling to Allen. That's well bowled, right on the money. And well, there's a quick fielder there. Good running. That could have been risky. Batsmen go through for a single. That was good all round cricket. Good intensity from the fielder at point. He's quick. But Sahib equally took on the initiative, called early, and ran through for a quick single. That's tossed up by Abhay. Well driven. Slight bit of misfielding there at short cover allows the batsman to take a single. NCC team, of course, the home team. This is their home ground. That's well cut. Beautifully fielded. That one was hit hard, straight to the point fielder on the bounce. No run added. NCC play in the HDCL Super Elite Division, as the wind here has really picked up at NCC, while Spartans, a well-known club in the GTA, playing in the TND Cricket League in the Elite Division. Abhay to Allen, and that's well bowled. He's maintaining a good line. He's bowling to his field. He's got three fielders patrolling that inner ring on the offside, and he's bowling in that channel. Four fielders if you include the slip fielder as well, and he's maintaining that line. Good bowling from Abhay here. 2.4 overs, 15 for no wicket after he went for 10 in his first over. Now he pushes Muhiz back to the short third man area from slip. I think that's a good move. And this one, Allen goes big, could be caught, and it is caught. Caught at deep extra cover. Was that Satish? So Satish taking that catch. Satish again a safe fielder. Satish taking a good catch there. Allen going for the big heave over extra cover. That was just pressure building up with some good fielding and dot balls. And Allen has held out at deep extra cover now at it's 47 for 5 Spartans after 8.5 overs. Who's the new batsman? Vishnu. Vishnu? One. Is he the one going to take strike? Yeah. So they didn't cross. So the new batsman joining Sahib. 47, 47 for 5. 47! So Vishnu is the new batsman who's joined Sahib. And again, yet another break wicket for Spartans lose yet another wicket. Now they're 5 down. Allen was trying to up the ante, slight bit of pressure built it with dot balls, and then he's held out at deep extra cover. So Abhay to Vishnu, well defended. So great over from Abhay here. Very good over indeed. Just 2 runs on a wicket. 3 overs, 15 for 1 for Abhay. And it's 47 for 5 after 9 overs, Spartans. Spartans won the toss and elected to bat first. They would have expected a better start than this, for sure, but they lost 4 quick wickets in the power play overs. Yes. Julian, find out the bowler now.
Adi.
Adi? Aditya Varad? So change in bowling. Prakash finished his spell of 4 overs, bowled really well, picked up 3 wickets. And now Aditya, who's coming on from the DMZ paintball end. Yep. Adi again bowling from the same angle as Prakash, perhaps coming right arm round. And he's going to bowl to Sahib. Sahib goes big. And this could be caught as well. This is up in the air, and that is well held at the boundary line. And Adi strikes with his first ball. A very good, well judged catch. Guys, who took the catch? No, no. Seems like it was Satish again who took that catch. Satish has now got two catches, two good catches under his belt in this game. And Adi strikes with the first ball of his spell. It was very long, very high, and Sahib going for that big heave, couldn't clear the boundary. 47 for 6. He's gone against the wind, perhaps. Actually, not so much of the wind. New batsman?
Suraj.
So
Suraj, he's on a striker.
Suraj is the striker? And Vishnu is the non striker. That brings Suraj on strike. Suraj is the new batsman. He'll be taking strike. Muzammil? Slight bit of correction there. Muzammil was the fielder there who took the catch, not Satish. Satish has also taken the catch of Allen in the of the previous wicket. But Adi will be very delighted with the wicket of his first ball. He comes in and he bowls, and that's well bowled. Good channel. He's bowling to Suraj, who's the new batsman. .47 for 6 after 9.2 overs. This one is driven down to long on. This could be a single. That takes Suraj off the mark. So 6 wickets already down after 48 runs, after 9.3 overs.
What was the mark for so far, like in this one?
So Vishnu taking strike now.
You want me to drop myself? So I have.
So after 9.5 overs, it's 49 for 6. And that one is cut away by Suraj to deep extra cover. And he's looking for two, but a good return from the boundary. And that brings up the 50 for Spartans. 50 for 6 after 10 overs. I'm joined here by Badr Munir from Spartans Cricket Club. So Badr, not the ideal start for Spartans. I'm sure they were looking for something better, but can you please talk about like what's left in the players to come and what do you expect right now?
Oh yes, actually we haven't had a very good start, but you know the beauty of the Spartan that we bat deep. Even like you know Suraj, he's quite good batsman. He has you know so much 50 and hundreds in the belt within TND. So and Vishnu is quite good. So we are, I mean, we are kind of optimistic, and then we wanted to post at least like 130 to 150 at the end. I believe that we can do with the other batsmen come in place. Like we have Taran also, who he also, I mean, he can bat and he can hit. At the same time, we have Rudy also. So we can see some of the good batsmen coming up. However, cricket is quite funny game. I mean, you never imagine I mean, what you're gonna see at the end till the inning will gonna last. So I have quite good hopes, and we are also at the same time very packed with the bowling. So yeah, I'm expecting a good match. I mean, let's see. I mean, still we have 10 overs left, so I believe we will end up with doing good. Thank you.
Thank you, Badr, there. So, as Badr mentioned, they still have good batting talent. Suraj definitely looking solid. So Suraj and Vishnu both very much capable batsmen. They probably have batting all the way in their team, as all other teams also do in this tournament. It's a very competitive tournament. All teams are stacked with good batting and good bowling lineups, and any cricket, like any score, could be a competitive score. That is well cut and brilliant piece of fielding there, but definitely saved a run there for sure. But the batsmen go through for a quick single, taking on the risk, and they go through for two.
Niagara is quite sharp today.
Niagara is feeling really sharp. So what happened? This was a two.
Yeah, it was overthrow.
This was Suraj, or
Yeah, Suraj, you can count as Suraj.
so it was two
Yeah,
dot dot two.
Suraj, yeah. Two for Suraj.
Pulled away by Suraj to deep mid wicket. That's one more run added. Niagara looking very sharp in the field, especially the fielder on the point. I believe it could be Sachin.
What What do you think that Niagara would be comfortable of chasing? What target Niagara would going to chase? What do you think that what would be the comfortable target for them?
I think Niagara would have hoped to keep Spartans to under 50 or to just under 50.
Under
150, sorry. Uh, so that would have my guess would be Niagara would have hoped to keep Spartans to 150, which they seem to be on course for
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Uh, but as you mentioned, cricket is a funny game.
yeah.
Quick wickets up front, and then Spartans can be back in this game. Spartans do need to reconsolidate a little bit. It's 56 for 6 after 11 overs. At this stage, if Spartans can manage to get to the 130 run mark, they might be able to make a game out of it.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. See, at any game, especially T20, even deep, I mean 50 overs, the partnership is a key. So far, we haven't had good partnerships, so we are hopeful that Vishnu and Suraj will take us to the end and keep their partnership, keep the board scoreboard ticking. So as you mentioned, now we are expecting like more than 100, and I believe if they, oh, very good shot by Vishnu. It was, oh yeah, good sweep. 4 runs.
That's a very good shot indeed by Vishnu. Took toll slightly on the legs, pitched by Adi, and Vishnu swept it well, bisecting the square leg fielder and the short fine leg fielder. Both fielders were inside the circle, and he split them up exactly, raced away to the boundary for four, and that brings a change to the field as well, with Satish now moving slightly deep towards the deep backward of square leg area, and Mugi's going inside the circle. Yeah, no. So the switch back again with deep square leg now Satish, and Mughis goes back to short fine leg. Adi to continue. He's bowling to Vishnu. Well played by Vishnu off the back foot. Just timed it well. These two are quick runners between the wicket for sure. They are looking to rotate the strike, which is very key and critical. They need to save their wickets and at the same time keep the scoreboard ticking.
And that's what we want from Spartan. You just play their game and play at the end. play like as safe as they can and score at least more than 100 runs. We will be in game after like we scored some good runs.
Adi to continue, and this is tapped well, and there is two batsmen looking very interested and quick runners between the wicket. That's very well done. That is good placement, good running, good cricket by there by Suraj. Sorry, this over was four,
Oh yeah, four and then
one,
England
and then
and
two.
couple.
Okay. 4, 1, 2, and then dot. Right? This ball was a dot ball, right?
Yeah, yeah.
63 for 6. That's well bowled. Well negotiated as well by Suraj. Dabs it gently for a single. These two batsmen, good runners between the wickets. They're against a good fielding side as well as Niagara have already displayed with some good catching and good attacking fielding. Run rates coming back to the 6 run mark. That's a dot ball to finish the over. So after 12 overs, 64 for 6. Things could have been very different for Spartan had Ramiz Durrani clicked.
Oh
What do you have
yeah.
to say about that, brother?
I mean, he's the key for Spartan, of course. He's the sort of guy who, I mean, who blasted at the front, who purely utilized the power play. Unfortunately, I mean, he hasn't explored as we want to. But I mean, I believe that we have a couple of match after this one, so we will hopefully he will come back and score good runs for Spartans. At the same time, we have Hassan and Murtaza. They are quite good batsmen in the lot. So as Allen. So I believe that's quite not a good day for Spartan as far as batting is concerned. But still, I believe that as I said earlier, that we still have a batting power and then powerhouse in the dugout. So the Taran is also in, and I'll tell you about Suraj. He's a very clean striker as well. He's a coach. At the same time, he's coaching Australasia club academy, and I mean, he's a kind of a guy who wants wants in the team, like he can bat and he can bowl at the same time. So we are pretty much relying on Surat at the same time Taran. They will take us to a good total, and that's what we are hoping for.
Thanks, brother. There. So this is Karev now starting the bowling from the pavilion end. Well, slight mix-up there between the batsmen, between Suraj and Vishnu, but they still managed to go through for a single there. Suraj, lot resting on Suraj now to play out these 20 overs, bat till the end, make others play around him. That's what I'm hearing from other. That's what Spartans are relying on. They probably have Tarun, who's probably a big hitter as well. So this is a leg break bowler, Karev. So Niagara have boosted their lineup with some spinners as well, as we've seen spinners have been critical in this competition. They have been very successful. Good start for Karev there. That's pushed away, nudged away down to back deep mid wicket. Looking for two, but good attacking fielding as well. That's just restricting the batsman to a single there. There's Suraj now on strike, right? Karev spinning it well, well guided by Suraj, paddled towards deep fine leg, and that Could be four. No, it will just be stopped inside the boundary. In the meantime, batsman crossover for two. 68 for six now. Spartans. This pair trying to consolidate after losing six quick wickets. Four of them fell in the power play for 6 overs. That's nudged of the back foot. Falls safely since all the fielders on the leg side are patrolling the boundary and the batsmen get one more run. It's 69 for 6 after 13 overs for Niagara CC, and I've been joined now with someone who's hiding his smiles, the NCC manager, Mr. Tan Qureshi. So Tan, what are your feelings right now? How are you feeling?
I think NCC has managed to contain and restrain Spartan from running away with a flyer, and they've done a good job so far. The ball has done a good job. The catches were held. It's 69 for six. Niagara would dream to be here against a strong side of Spartan at this stage. So still, there's 7 overs left in the game, and it's cricket. Uh, Whatever Niagara is doing to Spartan, Spartan can turn on and do that to Niagara as well. So they're both competitive teams, both good teams. As not necessarily as a teams manager, but as a tournament director, I cannot take sides. I don't wish to take sides. So, and I'm still wishing both teams all the best of luck. So it is a game of cricket. I've seen some very low-scoring games. Uh, playing for 30, 35 years, watching, playing. So it's not over yet until it's over. And Spartans is the kind of team they'll fight to the last ball. And they have a good arsenal for bowlers too. They'll come back hard. And there's still 7 overs left in the game, and Spartan can really turn things around. They still have Suraj on strike here, and Suraj get okay. A good shot in the gap, going for a single, and the score moves up to 70, 70 for six in the 13th over. Run rate is a little bit lower, but they're going to up the ante in the last five overs or so. And right now they're trying to consolidate, trying to conserve, and have the wickets in hand. They lost 6 early wickets, but this okay. This could be a wide, and it is. And now score goes to 70, 70,
Sorry, my bad. 71.
71. Sorry, 71. That's right, 71 for the loss of 6 wickets, Spartan. And this could be, I think there might be a pad involved because on the leg side, umpire did not give it a wide, so there could be some sort of a pad involved. So that's why they asked for the appeal for an LB, but it was outside the leg stump, so appeal was denied. Oh, batsman comes in, charges, looking for, but it's not there. Sent back. One more for Spartan. I think they're going to up the ante in the last 5 overs, so they will need some well-needed boundaries to make the score upwards of 140, 150. A, a quick sweep. They're going for second, and they're probably going to stay till for two. Um, Good running all the way down to the boundary by the captain of the Niagara Leafs, Mogis Mia, number 31.
Yes.
Okay, Suraj is on strike. He's the key batsman. He's picking up runs, run a ball. That's his strike rate. He's picking up run a ball, and he's gonna try to up his strike rate a bit. Next over two is gonna start to hit a little bit harder. And there you go, as I predicted. And it's gone for six. A well hit, middle it, a big six over the long off, and it goes for six more for Spartan, and the score moves to 80 for six. Over to you, Shoaib.
Yeah, so this pair is now done a very good job consolidating, and Suraj now showing that he can also clear the boundary. And that was a very well timed shot. 6 over long off takes Spartan to 60 for 6 now. And it's still one ball to go in the 14th over, so there's still 6 overs to go. This is very good consolidation shown by Suraj and Vishnu both. 60, 60 kya? 80. 80 for 6. 13.5. So the ball has been recovered now after that big six from Suraj over long off. Satyani, first over for him, 11 for no wicket in the first five balls he's bowled. Balls to Suraj, he's been cut away, and that is could be four. Beautifully timed by Suraj. Suraj is picking things up here for Spartans and bringing that well-needed energy in the camp. So now Spartans has got up to 84 for six after 14 overs. So as Badr said, Suraj is the guy for Spartans who is very much capable of holding their innings together and put up a respectable total on the board.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got going, we will have a good match. I mean, we end up with having a good total. So Suraj is the key for Spartan, and I believe now is the time for him to start because he's kind of set. So I mean, now he also showed that two shots. One he hit it on long off, and that's a class of a batsman. And at the same time, cover for four, and I believe now if he's get going, it would be good for Spartan.
Yes, of course, for sure. Six overs still to go and picked up like 15 runs in the last over. So if Spartans can manage like 10 runs per over in the last six, they have a very competitive score. Karev in the meantime continues and goes to Vishnu. Vishnu playing a good supporting role now, rotating the strike, bringing Suraj back on strike, which is needed when you were building a good partnership. You have to rely and trust on your partner who's middling the things well, shots well, as Suraj has shown. Karev to Suraj. Suraj paddles this one. And this one by six, the short fine leg fielder. And Suraj comes back for two. Suraj playing smart cricket here. He's picking the gaps on the field, rotating the strike as well as hitting those crucial boundaries. 87 for six now. Run rate just above six after a long time in this innings. Well bowled by Karev. Again, Suraj nudges it, pushes the first one hard, coming back for the second. Great piece of running between this pair. This pair has shown great commitment and fighting it for the Spartans after from a very difficult position. After losing six quick wickets, this pair is now putting on the partnership, and NCC now would be looking to break this partnership. This fixture definitely will be a competitive fixture if Spartans are able to put around 130, 140 on the board. As Badr mentioned, Spartans do possess a good bowling lineup as well, backed by the strong deep batting lineup. This one is driven down to long on for a single by Suraj, and the batsmen get a single. 90 for 6 now, 14.4 overs. Five fielders on the offside for Karev, three inside the circle, two on the boundary. Karev to Vishnu, and Vishnu comes down the track. Beautiful shot from Vishnu. He's placed that well, and Suraj seems to be a little tired, just getting his breath back, and it's just a single. Yeah, can you put that thing in the? Thank you, thank you. So 91 for six. Suraj on strike. Suraj tries to paddle it. Outside off stump. I can they go through for a single.
A rare
Uh,
floppy fielding by
floppy,
Niagara.
yeah, rares. There a bit of floppy fielding from Niagara. And that should be perhaps given as runs by the umpire. So Suraj wouldn't mind that. 92 for six after 15 overs. So Niagara need to pull things back a little now. They probably would have been really happy with the start they got, and but this partnership has slowly crept in and put Spartans back in the game. They're getting to a respectable total. They're working hard for it. Both these batsmen look very technically correct, playing the ball on merit. Good runners between the wickets. They've built on a very good partnership, a much needed one for Spartans. And seems like we might have a change in bowling. 15 overs gone. And it seems like Captain Mughis is coming back. He's bringing himself back now. He's going to try to break this partnership. And he will now be bowling from the DMZ paintball. And he started off his bowling, opened the attack for NCC from the pavilion end, bowled 2 overs up front, 9 runs on the wicket. Now he's bringing himself back on from the DMZ paintball end, and he'll be bowling to Suraj. Mugi is obviously feeling the need for a wicket at this stage. It's been spin all the way so far for NCC, except for Mugiz, who opened the bowling with 2 overs. Other than that, it's been all spinners. So now Mugi's changing things up a bit, and he's bowling to Suraj. Oh, well bowled. Change of pace, and this could be out. Missed by Mugiz. Batsman Vishnu had come charging for a single, denied by Suraj. A clean pickup from by Mugiz could have caused a run out again here. But in the meantime, batsmen get a single with the overthrow. 93 for 6. Could have been a risky run there. One would say a missed chance for NCC there.
Yeah, definitely it's a missed chance. I mean, that's the right time for them, for Niagara to come back to the inning. I mean, of course they are in the game, but if these two partnership will going on, it will be difficult for Niagara. But so far, so good for Niagara also at the same time.
So Mugiz, another run conceded there. Vishnu just diving it to short cover, direct hit, but the batsman safely in. 94 for 6. Mugiz, again, a good smart bowler. He's got a lot of experience under his belt. He's the captain of Niagara Elites. He's been playing in HDCL Hamilton District Cricket League in the top division, elite division, which is now the super elite, the new super elite division. And he's been a premier bowler for Niagara Cricket Club over the years. Good experienced bowler, has good variations, bowls up front, gets some swing, relies on some swing, and in depth he's a good bowler, changing his length and variations. Mugees. Good ball again, as I mentioned. No, 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 it didn't. Seemed like it could have hit the helmet, it did, but deflected the keeper and a leg by. Sorry, a bye given by the umpire there. This one is cut away to deep extra cover for a single. This is a good tight over from Mugees. So far, just 4 runs in this over, including the bye. Mugees drifting on the legs, going down the leg side. Half-hearted shout by Mugees. And that should be a leg bye, which it is, signaled by the umpire, and that should be the end of the over. So after 16 overs, it's 97 for 6 Spartans, and these two batsmen have done well to take this partnership up to the 16 over mark and nearly 100 now, just 3 runs shy. So last 4 overs will be crucial, and they will be banking on scoring at least another 40 runs in these 4 overs. They still have 4 wickets, and Suraj is well set on 34. Vishnu, on the other hand, is not out on 13. Has done a good job consolidating this now. This care of still continuing, right? So care of to continue from the pavilion end. He's going to bowl to Suraj. Karev has bowled 2 overs for 13 runs so far. Tossed up by Karev. Well played. That could be four, but it is well stopped by Hasib. Hasib, lightning fielder in the field. In the meantime, batsmen get two. Suraj moving along to 36 now. 1-4 and 1-6 for Suraj. Both came off successive deliveries. And this one is a big heave by Suraj. And good bowling by Karev, keeping his calm, keeping the channel right, just outside the off stump. Suraj trying for a big heave, and this is out. Karev comes in, bowls to Suraj. This one is slightly short. Well, short arm jab straight to the fielder. Awkward bounce to the fielder. Just one though, but it was straight to the fielder. So just 1 run. 100 up for Spartans now after 16.3 overs. So Spartans reached that landmark of 100 runs after 16.3 overs. Still 3.3 overs to play out. They'll be trying to take this target to as big as possible. Down the track and he's gone. That's it. That's the end of Vishnu. Out stumped. Good ball from Karev. Vishnu chancing his arms, taking that risk, misses, and he's been stumped. Good work from Sarang behind the wickets as well. Experienced wicketkeeper for Niagara Cricket Club. Just when just when Spartans were banking on that just when Spartans were banking on that launch pad, reaching that 100 run mark, they lose another wicket here. 100 for 7 now. Karev has picked up his first wicket. He's bowled well, 2.4 over 16 for 1. In the meantime, Tarandeep Singh, Taran, Tarandeep, Tarandeep Singh has come into bat. He's going to join Suraj. Tarandeep Singh is also the captain for Spartans, and he negotiated that to short wicket, no run added. Not much time here for Tarandeep Singh to get settled. Well bowled by Karev. Really good bowling here. Keeping it tight. Another dot ball. That's the end of the 17th over. 100 for 7 Spartans. Mugees will continue from the DMZ paintball end. And that is a good shot. That's four. That's a very good shot from Suraj. Through extra cover for four. Beautiful shot. Much needed boundary now for Spartans. That's well ball. Good comeback from Mugees. That's one more run to Suraj. Mugees bowling his last over. 3.2 overs, 17 for 1. First 3 overs, he just conceded 12 runs with a wicket. Good spell. 105 for 7, Spartans. Down the leg, that probably is a leg by. Okay, balls to Taran. Suraj. Beautiful delivery. Right up in the block hole. No room at all for Suraj to free his arms. And that was a very, very good delivery from Mukesh. He's known specialist balls well in the death overs for Niagara CC. This one, a slight change of pace could be caught. Pragash running in, but falls short of Pragash at deep long on. In the meantime, batsmen come back for two. That was a change up from Mugees. Previous delivery, Yorker right in the block hole. This one, a change up. Batsman skying that one and coming back for two. Mugees two, again a change up. Inside edge, well stopped by Sarang. That's a very good stop, and that's a good over, good comeback from Mugees after conceding a boundary on the first delivery. So that ends Mugees' spell. 4 overs, 19 for 1. Very good bowling, leading from the front. And he will be very happy with this performance. 18 overs gone, 108 for 7 Niagara CC. Niagara CC have done an amazing job today. 108 for 7. Niagara CC, I'm sure, would have taken this before the start of this game. They must have thought to restrict Spartans to 150 or below, and they're right on track to do that. And in the meantime, Karev will continue to bowl his last over. And he will be bowling to Tarandeep Singh, who is the captain for Spartans. Last 2 overs. Taran tries to go big. It falls short of Mugees on the bounce. Difficult to stop that, and Tarandeep goes through for a single. He brings Suraj back on strike. It should be Suraj who should now open his arms. He's on 44 of 33, one wicket away from that landmark 50. He came in a very difficult position to bat after Spartans had lost a lot of wickets up front. This one, he goes big to extra cover. Batsman looking to push for two, and they come back for two. That's good batting by Suraj. He goes on to 46 now, 111 for 7. Ten more deliveries left in this innings. Let's see if Spartans can put away a couple of boundaries. Tarandeep goes big. That's 6. That's over mid wicket. That's a huge hit. And that brings up his 50. Great knock by Suraj. Came under pressure. Spartans were on the back foot, but Suraj has put them in the game. He's putting up a fight. He's giving them a chance to put up a fighting total. And he is now 52 of 35 balls. He's done an amazing job for Spartans. First game for Suraj in this tournament, and he's already off the mark with a 50. 52 of 35. Cut away. This one straight to the cover fielder inside the circle, but still the fielder's at the circle. One more run at it. 118 for 7. This brings Tarandeep now on strike. Care of to Tarandeep. Tarandeep tries to go big, mistimes it, gets an inside edge, will just collect a single. 119 for 7. This this game being broadcast to you live from the Niagara Cricket Centre at Thorold, Ontario. A beautiful facility, one of the best facilities in all of Ontario. Care of to Suraj down the track, smashes it past the bowler to the long on fielder, just a single, and he will keep the strike in the last over. And the score moves along to 120 now after 19 overs. Spartans have done really well from after losing 6 wickets. They've managed to play out the last 10 overs, losing just 1 wicket, and that of Vishnu, who did very well, building that partnership with Suraj, and are now have one more over to compile as many runs as possible. I know Spartans will find the strength after losing 6 early wickets. They've done well to get to this mark of 120. Kudos to Suraj, 54 not out of 37 balls. I think change in bowling, and it seems like Hasib is going to come into ball to bowl the last over. He hasn't bowled before in this innings, but I guess Niagara are banking on a pacer to bowl the last over, which is why they're bringing on Hasib. Hasib, this is the last over, yes. 120 for 7 after 19 overs. Hasib has 4 fielders on the leg side, 2 patrolling the boundary, deep long on, deep mid wicket, squarish mid wicket. And he's bowling to Suraj. Suraj gives it a high swipe. Batsman looking for 2, should come back for 2. Taran charging hard and makes it easily. So that's 2 more runs added. He's trying to keep Suraj on strike, who has been the key batsman for Spartans in this innings. 56 not out. Hasib has a third man as well. Deep extra cover and a deep long off. Those are the 5 fielders patrolling the boundary. Hasib to Suraj. Good ball from Hasib. Good Yorker length just outside that off stump channel. Suraj misses out. Hasib, that's a wide. Wide given by the umpire. That one is heaved over mid wicket, and again, batsmen come back for 2. So, 5 runs in this last over so far. 3 balls still to go. 125 for 7. That's a good delivery of C, putting in all the effort. Good block hole Yorker just outside the off stump channel. Dot ball. Good over this one. Niagara CC will take it. They wouldn't mind the score. 125. They're trying to restrict Spartans to under 130. They would have done a great job. You have to give credit. Suraj played a very good innings to bring Spartans back in this game. At least to make a chance out of this game. This one is heaved away over mid wicket. They should be looking for two, and they do. And the Tarandeep comes back for two more. They're looking for a third, trying to be cheeky, but Hasib and Sarang both covering the ball there. So 2 runs. 127 for 7 now, with the last ball to be bowled of this innings. Suraj 60 not out in this low scoring game. 127 for 7. Great delivery from Hasib. Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. Dot ball just outside off some York Tim. That's a good over from Hasib. 1 over, just conceded 7 runs in this over. A good knock from Suraj. He's held the innings together. 60 not out of 43 balls. 127 for 7 Spartans after losing the plot in the initial overs. Lost 6 wickets. 4 wickets fell in the power play. Their explosive opening batsmen were not able to click. And at the end, it was on Suraj who led the charge back onto NCC and managed a total of 127 for 7 for Spartans. So NCC will be looking to chase this total down of 128 runs in 20 overs, and they'll be very happy with their effort in the field. In their field, they fielded well, they took their catches, they've shown great energy, and now it's up to the batsmen to do this job and register their first win in the game. In the meantime, Spartans, from what we've heard, have also possess a good, strong bowling lineup. They are a strong, elite level competitive team in the TND division, Toronto and District Cricket Association. So expect a good fight. So please stay tuned as we will be back in the next 10 minutes with this chase. Okay, so welcome back everybody. As Niagara look to commence their chase of 128. Starting the bowling for Spartans is Badr Munir. Was also the opening batsman for Spartans. He's also opening the bowling. And we have Sachin opening the batting with Pragash on the non-strikers end for Niagara Cricket Club, chasing 128. That's well driven by Sachin. Slight bit of misfield. Batsmen should look for two, and they'll easily come back for two. So that takes them off the mark. NCC with a two, and Sachin also with a off the mark with a couple of runs there. A pretty modest total, 128, but these low-scoring games can always cost a bit of jiggles. Let's see how Niagara Cricket Club go about their business. They have a strong batting lineup. Sachin obviously good player. Well played by Sachin. No run there. Sachin was electric in the field when NCC were out there. Fielding at point, made some great stops. That's well negotiated by Sachin. Badr maintaining a tight channel outside the off stump. Sachin goes behind square, saw the vacant area, had picked up that spot, and that will race away to the boundary for 4 runs. So Sachin off to a good start, and NCC also off to a good start. 6 for no wicket. Still one ball to go in the first over. Sachin, I believe, is also part of the US national squad. He's also in the top 20, top 30 national squad of USA team. And that concludes the first over from Badr. 6 runs for no wicket. Niagara would be quite happy with this start. It's really, really windy out here at Niagara Cricket Center. A difficult job for all administrating this game. Try to bring this live coverage. So now Pragash will take the strike. Pragash, the experienced opener for Niagara Cricket Club. He is their top rated batsman. Plays on this ground as his home ground. Well known player in Hamilton and District Cricket League. Suraj will open the bowling from the pavilion end for Spartans. He played an amazing knock to bring Spartans back in the game. He made 60 not out after Spartans were held 6 wickets down really early in the game. NCC on the other hand will be banking on Pragash to get them off to a good start. He's well known for that. Prakash, a strong player in Hamilton District Cricket League, also plays in the BDCL and TND leagues. Well-known player. Bowled really well today. Opened the bowling for Niagara Cricket Club. Picked up 3 wickets in his 4 over spell. Bowled 4 overs on the trot. Put just Spartans right on the back foot. Let's see what he's got in store for us with the bat. So Suraj starting things off. He's got a 7-3 field. Sorry, 6-3 field. And Suraj comes in and bowls to Pragash, who lets it go. Good start from Suraj. Just outside that off stump channel. Very unlikely to find any swing. Suraj to Prakash. That's well bowled. Good channel, and Prakash looking for a quick single. Good running between the wickets. So that takes Prakash off the mark as well. Seven for no wicket. NCC will be looking to lay a good platform in this chase with these two openers, Sachin and Prakash. Sachin 6 not out. He's now facing for the first time Suraj from the pavilion end. And he goes, very good shot. Paddled for four. Fine leg, short fine leg fielders inside the circle. And Suraj has already picked his spot up. That's well guided for 4 runs. So Sachin taking the lead for Niagara Cricket Club in this chase. He's moved on to 10 and NCC have moved on to, sorry, Niagara Elites have moved on to 11 for no wicket in 1.3 overs. Modest total they are up against. 128 is all they need in 20 overs. But sometimes these low scoring targets, the batsmen don't stick to their natural game, and that causes a bit of problems if they lose a couple of early wickets. That's exactly what Spartans will be banking on. Well bowled, good comeback from Suraj, slightly outside off stump. Pushed the deep, to move the fine leg fielder to the deep fine leg position now. So leg side field more traditional now. Square leg inside the circle, mid on inside the circle, and a deep fine leg. Three fielders on the leg side. Suraj to Sachin and bowls well, and Sachin guides that beautifully behind gully and point. Behind gully and back foot point, I should say, and that will be 4 runs. Beautifully timed shot from Sachin. Sachin looking very good here today. He started off well now. He's already got 3 boundaries under his belt, 14 of 9 deliveries, pushing Niagara leads up to 15 for no wicket in 1.5 overs. Both these teams obviously playing their first game of this tournament, trying to register their first win, start on a positive note. Well bowled, a good run taken. Sachin is quick between the wickets. Well acknowledged by Prakash as well. That brings an end to the second over. 16 for no wicket. 10 runs in the last over from Suraj. Niagara did a very good job with the ball in the first innings, restricting Spartans to 127. Did really well picking up those first 6 wickets early on, putting Spartans right on the back foot. But Suraj played really well with 60 not out, pushing their Spartans tally to 127 in their 20 overs. In the meantime, Badr will continue from the DMZ paintball end, who bowled the first over, conceded 6 runs, and he's going to bowl to Sachin. And Sachin dabs it to square leg for a single. Taran seems to be the keeper for Spartans, also their captain. Prakash now will take strike. He's going to face Badr. Prakash and Badr both seem to play the same role for their teams, opening bowlers and opening batsmen. And this one is down the leg side, missed out by Prakash, and will be a wide, signaled by the umpire. Loose delivery from Badr. He changed sides, coming round now to Prakash, pitched outside leg and spun away to the leg side. That's much better from Badr. Gently negotiated by Prakash there. Prakash, an attacking batsman by nature, and that's driven by Prakash to mid off. Well fielded there. That will be just one. That was well fielded at mid off. 19 for no wicket, Niagara Elites. All they need to do is just build a solid platform, and this is beautifully played, beautifully timed. That was a loose delivery from Badr. Full toss for Sachin. He couldn't pierce the gap on the offside. There's a ring of four fielders just inside the circle, either side of the field, and that would have been four. This time he makes room for himself and tries to pierce the fielder at short fine leg, but no run added. Straight to the fielder there. So two shots, well, both well connected, but straight to the fielder. Let's see how Sachin deals with that. Sometimes you don't get value for your good shots. This one is down the leg. A bad delivery again for Badr and will be a wide. He's trying difficult to find that line length. Obviously, some players will be still feeling the rust. They're just coming out of a long break. This is their first real competitive game in a big competitive tournament. That's a dot ball to end the over. So after 3 overs, Niagara leads at 20 for no wicket. So a change of bowler from the pavilion, and Irfan comes into ball. He's another off-break spin bowler. He's replaced Suraj from the pavilion, and Suraj just bowled 1 over, considered 10 runs in his first over. And Irfan now starting things off in his first over. He's bowling to Prakash. Prakash looks for the big heave. It's up in the air. Could be caught. Could be gone here, Prakash. Prakash is out, caught at short mid wicket. Tries to go big, and he's held caught. And Niagara Elites lose their first wicket. That's a big wicket for Spartans. Prakash, obviously, a big batsman for Niagara Elites. They really bank on him to give them a good start. And Prakash trying to take up the attack to Spartans and loses out. 20 for 1 now, Niagara Elites after 3.2 overs. Just the breakthrough that Spartans would have hoped for early on. So new batsman now joining Sachin is Aditya. That's pulled away by Sachin, and that might go for four. Again, a short Loose delivery from Irfan. Half tracker there, and Sachin quick to pounce onto that for 4 runs. There's no protection there at deep square leg. Irfan has deep mid wicket, a short square leg, mid on is up in the circle, and a short mid wicket. So he needs to be very cautious in his line and length. He's bowling in the power play overs. They don't have a big score to defend, and Sachin in the meantime moves along to 20. That's well played by Sachin, and a quick single taken there. So now Aditya will take strike. He's a left-handed batsman. So now Niagara Leeds have a left and right combination on the wicket, and let's see how Spartans cope with that. Irfan has picked up a wicket of Prakash in his first over, but a half tracker right after that, yielding a boundary to release the pressure of Niagara Leeds. We have three fielders now on the leg side for Aditya. A short mid wicket, a squarish deep mid wicket, and a long on the boundary. As Irfan comes in and bowls to Aditya, who guides that behind point and will pick up a couple of runs to get off the mark. To open his account, he's two now, and Niagara Leeds move on to 27 for 1. Just another 101 runs to get in 16.1 overs with 9 wickets in hand. This should be, one would assume, an easy chase for Niagara Leeds given the strong batting lineup they possess, but no one never knows in cricket. But this one is again a very loose delivery from Irfan. A full toss on the leg side. There's no fielder out there. 4 runs and a gift to Aditya here. Goes on to 31 for 1 after 4 overs. So now it's just a run a ball needed for Niagara Leeds with 9 wickets in hand, 16 overs remaining, 97 to get. All the nerves should have settled by now. Spartans got the wicket of Prakash, but then not keeping it tight after that. "31 for 1 after 4 overs. And I think it will be Badr who will continue from the DMZ paintball end. Spartans banking on spin, as similar to NCC. NCC, except for Mughis, bowled his spell for 4 overs, and Hasib bowled the last over as the only pacers. 15 overs out of 20 bowled by spinners in the first innings. So now Aditya will be taking strike from Brother. Brother will be bowling to Aditya from the DMZ paintball end. One slip in place for the left-handed batsman. Gently negotiated by Aditya back to the bowler. That one is gently nudged to the leg side, and the batsman crossed over for a quick single. Sachin, 22 not out. Slower delivery. Well disguised by Badr there. Sachin not able to connect that. Three fielders in the ring. on the offside, one short cover as well, one slip in place. That's five fielders in the ring on the offside, one deep long off, six fielders on the offside. Slight bit of misfield there, an awkward bounce for the fielder, and the batsman take a single. As Niagara Elites now move on to 34 for 1 after 4.5 overs. A good positive start for them. They just lost Prakash. Good attacking opening batsman for Niagara Elites, but they have a long, deep batting lineup. That's well bowled. Right in the money and well negotiated by Aditya. It's 34 for 1 after 5 overs. So Irfan continuing from the pavilion end. He got a wicket but conceded 12 runs in his 11 runs in his first over. And the first ball is gently nudged by Sachin for a single to mid off. Aditya now on strike. That's well driven by Aditya. That should be four. That's beautifully timed. That is raced away to the cover boundary. Beautiful shot. Bisecting the ring fielders on the offside. It's a very good looking shot. 4 runs all the way. Again, well placed. No run added. This is last over of the power play. But in this game, I think Spartans will need to keep on attacking. They have to buy the wickets. Wickets are the only way they can perhaps win this game because there's no run rate pressure on Niagara Elites. This is driven back past the bowler. It's running down to the boundary, cut off by the long on fielder. In the meantime, batsmen come back for two. Good throw from the long on fielder there. And that takes the score to 41 for Niagara Elites. 41 for 1. This is a good start from Niagara Elites, chasing a modest total of 128. The lowest score so far in this tournament by side batting first. 127 is put on by Spartans. This is their first game, and obviously they will be a little rusty. First real competitive game after a long break, and Ditya is not ready there. Tossed up by Memo. It's going to be a good shot by Aditya. That's one bounce, four over the baller's head. Invited by Irfan and Aditya obliged. Well timed. One bounce, four over the baller's head. Takes Niagara leads to 45 for 1. Just one more ball left in the power play. Irfan, expensive in his spell, 22 for 1. Another loose delivery. Aditya smashes that for 6. Over mid wicket. Another loose delivery there from uh, Irfan Mahmood, and that is the end of the power play. 51 for 1 Niagara leads after 6 overs. A very positive power play for them. Aditya has quickly moved on to 23 now of 10 balls, helped by some loose bowling from Irfan. 28 for 1 in his 2 overs. After he got Prakash's wicket, he's been very loose with his bowling. And Niagara already on to 51. Just 77 more runs needed of 14 overs. 9 wickets in hand. Something needs to change drastically for Spartans here, in the favor of Spartans, for them to have any chance in this game. They were banking on putting up a good total after winning the toss and batting first, which didn't really happen according to plans. Good fight shown by Aditya to get the total to 127, but that is definitely not a par score at this ground with this lightning outfield in these ideal batting conditions against strong competitive team like Niagara Elites. Based on young squad, Sachin drives that too long off for a single. That's all Sachin needs to do. Anchor the innings from this point on and let everyone else bat around him. Badr in his last over, he's ball tight. He's been economical. 3.2 overs, 14 for no wicket. He's opened the bowling from the DMZ paintball end. He's bowling to Aditya now. 3 fielders on the boundary. And Aditya guides it gently for a single. Both these batsmen, again, quick runners between the wickets, seem to have developed a quick understanding between themselves. And now all they need to do is keep rotating that strike and take Niagara Elites home with a convincing win, unless Spartans can find some method to break the spare. That's another run to Sachin. That one definitely pitched outside the leg, was missing leg. Batsman got a bat on it, so didn't really know what Spartans were appealing for. That's one bounce to the fielder, well negotiated, awkward bounce to the fielder. Yes, keeping it down to one. That was well fielded. 55 for one. Sachin drives. Very well played by Sachin to dong off for a single, and he will keep the strike. So it's 56 for one after 7 overs. So Rudy now coming into the attack. Another spin bowler looks like. He's replacing Irfan Mahmood, who was a bit loose in his first 2 overs. He's bowled left arm Rudy. Oh, risky shot from Sachin. No need for that. First delivery faces already premeditated that shot, and that one just went above the stumps. That's well bowled by Rudy, bowling within the stumps. Well timed by Sachin, looking for two, just one. 57 for one, 7.2 overs. Aditya will take strike. Rudy has three fielders deep on the leg side. One now he's pulling one fielder inside the circle. So square leg comes inside the circle. Deep mid wicket, long on, and a short mid wicket. Four fielders on the leg side, and a ring of four fielders on the offside in the circle, and with a deep long off fielder. So 5-4 field, driven by Aditya, beautifully piercing the gap between point and cover, looking for two and easily coming back for two. 59 for one. Niagara leads, cruising along to the smallest in chase of the smallest total, chasing 128. This has been a good outing from Niagara Elites in the first game, being the home team. Would have calmed their nerves down. Great bit of fielding effort, great bit of bowling effort. Everyone backing each other up. Took some good catches, and now are doing a good job with the bat in this chase. Aditya looking to cut, and he does well. That one raced away to the boundary. 4 runs. There's no stopping that. Middle to perfection. This one is well played. Straight back to the bowler. That's the end of the eighth over. Niagara leads 63 for 1. Halfway there. They just need 65 more runs in 12 overs. One should expect them to cruise to a win here, unless Spartans can pull something off their sleeves. This is the first game for both these teams, and the last game for the day today, for this weekend. Sixth game of this tournament. 3 games played yesterday, 3 games played today. We've had some good, solid cricket over this weekend at Niagara Cricket Center to kick off this tournament, Niagara T20 Festival. And we have 6 more games lined up starting next weekend. 3 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday to finish the group stages, with playoffs happening on the long weekend Monday the next day. These two teams are in Group B. This is their first game. The other two teams in Group B, Jazba CC and Young Stars. Jazba CC lost their first game yesterday against Young Star CC. And there is change in bowling now from the DMZ paint ball, and Allen coming in to bowl. Allen. So Spartans now going back to pace. Allen seems like a medium pace bowler. Starts off with a dot ball. He's bowling to Sachin, who's on 28 of 27. Aditya, on the other hand, has moved on to 31 of just 16 deliveries he's faced. Bowler missing his run up there.